12 k's out of Whanganui and about to start the, I guess in our case, sea to mountains route. So we'll come up here and then we're going to ride up there and then through to here. And then we continue on to Whanganui. Let's go and have a look what's over here. We've even got a ramp to take our bikes up. I guess that's so you can take a picture. Oh, bit of information. So I did this before with Howard. I've also ridden the river road on my folding bike. Well, this is Jerusalem. I guess came to fame when James K. Baxter, the poet, came and set up a commune here. But very peaceful, lovely little spot. It's been a good ride, pretty good. I'm feeling it a bit today though, but yeah, we'll see how we go when we get to Papariki. You can see the well, you can see the Whanganui River valley there behind me, and yeah, still pretty wild and remote up here. Got a big hill to get up here this morning, something like 600 metres is the top point, but yeah, climbing from a pretty low base, so it's going to be one of the bigger climbs of the ride. I don't expect it'll be too much of a challenge, but it is pretty much 30-40 kilometres of uphill. It's a couple of small downhills, but nothing much. So yeah, it's a cool morning this morning. It was cold here last night. I had to break out the thermals, even though I was in a cabin. People with the tents, they weren't too excited this morning, as they were covered in heavy dew and they were all trying to get away, so they were packing up their tents wet. I'm pleased I'm over that now. Anyway, that's it for the day. Oh, that was a good climb. Very humid today, and I had a rather grey-head moment while I was in Tamarunui. Plugged the batteries in, never bothered to look at whether they were charging or not. Just came back and saw that the lights were out and assumed they'd charged. But pays to flick the switch on so that there's some power going to them. So a bit of quick charging this morning to at least give me enough battery and a little bit of a buffer to get me through to Ohura. Fortunately, it's not too far. Been following the Whanganui River for about 19 k's and just left it down the bottom of this hill and turning off onto a gravel road through to Ohura shortly. So I'm currently on the Forgotten World Highway. and I guess that's very appropriate given that I forgot to turn the power on the batteries. So yeah, I'll be pleased to get off this road, and my forgetfulness will get left behind. This is what's called picnicking in the wilderness. Somewhere between, I don't know, out the back of Taranaki anyway. Been a bit slack lately, not doing these little reports. I don't know whether I'll ever use them, but who knows. Anyway, straight into it this morning. Up a Bit of a climb here. That's where I stayed last night, down in the small king country village of Pio Pio, or Piu Piu as we used to call it. You can see the hill country I came through yesterday over behind it. Not quite as steep, the hills around here, a little bit more rolling. And I'm heading up through Waitomo village and on to Otorohanga today. The original route was just going to take me straight to Carfair, but I modified it when I reviewed things at Christmas. It looked very Ruth unfriendly, but of course still haven't got Ruth on the back, so that's all conjecture really. I couldn't be bothered reorganising things, so a relatively short ride today, about 56ish or so k's. Meant to get quite warm, but was meant to get warm yesterday and it never. Don't know they got much else to offer. We've been on the, this is the, I think about the 101st ride today of the entire tour, so clocking up those numbers a bit. So I've been on the road for just over 3 months, although longer when you take into account the rest days that we've had. So only a week away from the Rear Admiral joining me, and I will be in Auckland at the weekend. Ooh, I've got to get through Auckland. Further up the hill, but getting close to 400 metres here. But I had to have a stop. I had a wasp. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a wasp. Just took my sock off. It went in the vent of my shoe. Stung me a couple of times in the shoe. I saw it going out. So I'm assuming it was a wasp, given that it stung me a couple of times.